Picture this. It's the 1960s. A young man, Phil Knight, is running, heart pounding, lungs burning, chasing speed. Suddenly, the sole of his shoe rips off. Every step becomes agony, but he keeps going. Runners like Phil don't quit. Back then, running shoes were flimsy canvas and rubber, heavy, unsupportive, and unreliable. For serious athletes at the University of Oregon, like Phil and his coach Bill Bowerman, this was infuriating. They craved lighter, faster shoes, but the market didn't care about runners' needs. Every broken shoe was a barrier to greatness. Phil's frustration grew. He wasn't alone. Runners everywhere dreamed of something better. That day, limping through his run, Phil had a revelation. What if someone actually made a better shoe? What if that someone was him? That painful moment wasn't just a setback. It was the spark for a revolution. Phil Knight's broken shoe became the first step toward changing sports forever. Sometimes, the thing that breaks you is the thing that makes you. And for Phil, it all started with a snap. Phil Knight had a crazy idea: fix the running shoe problem. American companies weren't interested, so he looked to Japan, where innovation was booming. He flew there, armed with nothing but passion and a dream. At Onitsuka Tiger, he bluffed his way into a meeting, inventing the name Blue Ribbon Sports on the spot. Amazingly, they sent him samples. Back in Oregon, Phil's office was the trunk of his car. He sold shoes at track meets, connecting with runners as one of their own. Each sale was a small victory, proof his idea had legs. By day, he worked as an accountant. By night and weekend, he was CEO, salesman, and delivery driver. It was exhausting, but he believed in the dream: better shoes for runners by runners. Every pair sold built momentum. Blue Ribbon Sports was humble, but it was real. Phil wasn't just selling shoes. He was building a movement. Sometimes all you need is a trunk full of hope and a crazy idea. Phil's old coach, Bill Bowerman, joined as partner and innovator. Bowerman was obsessed with lighter, faster shoes. He tore apart samples, experimented, and tested on his runners. His breakthrough came at breakfast. Staring at a waffle iron, he imagined a sole with that same pattern. He poured urethane into the waffle iron, ruining it, but inventing the legendary waffle sole. The waffle sole gripped tracks and roads like nothing before. It was a game changer, giving Blue Ribbon Sports a unique edge. The best ideas don't always come from labs. They come from obsession and creativity. With this innovation, Phil and Bill knew they needed a new brand. After brainstorming, a dream inspired the name Nike, the Greek goddess of victory. With a mythic name and a kitchen-born soul, Nike was born. They weren't just importing shoes anymore. They were inventing them. Nike was a blend of ambition and hands-on genius. The revolution had a name, and it was ready to run. Sometimes greatness starts on a kitchen counter. A cool name and a revolutionary shoe didn't make things easy. Money was always tight. Banks said no, competitors laughed. Phil juggled 2 jobs, pouring every dollar into Nike. The company was often days from bankruptcy. Payroll was a miracle. Every sale went straight back into buying more shoes. The world saw a risky venture. Phil saw a mission. He believed everyone deserved the right tools to unlock their potential. Nike wasn't just about elite athletes. It was about making everyone feel like a champion. The struggle was real, but so was the purpose. Phil and his team built a community, not just a company. They survived on belief, grit, and the refusal to quit. Every setback was fuel for the journey. They weren't chasing money. They were chasing possibility. Sometimes survival is the greatest victory. Phil Knight never quit. Bill Bowerman never stopped inventing. They endured rejection, ridicule, and near bankruptcy. The Waffle Trainer became a hit. Runners loved it, and soon, so did everyone else. Nike exploded from trunk to global icon. The swoosh, designed for $35, became a symbol recognized worldwide. Nike's story is about turning pain into purpose. That broken shoe wasn't the end. It was the beginning. Phil turned frustration into a lifelong quest to solve problems, not just for himself, but for all athletes. Today, Nike is a multi-billion-dollar brand, but its roots are humble. It was built by people who refused to give up. Setbacks became breakthroughs. The lesson? Don't run from problems. Use them as fuel. Sometimes, what breaks you builds you. You just have to do